Ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of action for our title attraction. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with floral print. He weighed in at already 146 pounds even. His professional record, an impressive one. 10 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, and 7 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Blair the Flair Cobbs. And fighting out of the red corner, wear the blue trunks with white trim. He officially weighed in at 146.8 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 11 victories, 6 wins of knockout, no defeats, training and living out of North Hollywood, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the fighting pride of Armenia, the undefeated Ferdinand Kerobyan. And now referee to give the instructions, Ray Corona.
Mouthpiece. Gentlemen, this is for the NABF belt. Conduct yourself right. Touch gloves. God bless.
Oh yeah, it's time.
Very active dialogue from Cobbs as they met in the middle of the ring. Flair the Flair, and I believe it's from Ric Flair as he gives out the woo.
Oh yeah, he does that.
That's what I couldn't play it. We'll ask for him later to get official, but certainly that is it. And we should also mention this for the vacant Junior NABF Welterweight title. 8 rounds. We are underway.
You see Cobbs is boxing out of the left-handed stance. He is one of these young men that can switch hit. He likes to do that. He is very fast. Likes to punch on the fly. But he can be wild. He can be impetuous in there. And sometimes that flamboyant personality finds his way into his boxing style, and that can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. Kerobyan is well schooled. He had a 57-5 amateur record.
There is a cut, and may have been with heads on Kerobyan. You can see it right over the right eye, and there's a steady flow of blood coming down. So already here in round 1, a big moment as the punches start to fly. And that should be an issue for Kerobyan's vision, as he got caught with the right and the left, and then he gets a whole lot of how's your father from Cobbs. Cobbs comes in.
Yeah, that's a bad cut. And
Kerobyan's in trouble.
Yeah, Cobbs is doing the right thing. He's seizing this opportunity because Kerobyan is being bothered by the blood. It's getting into his eyes, so his vision is impaired right now.
That's nasty.
And you can't blame. I see a little bit of blood on the forehead of Cobbs, so I do wonder if that cut was from a clash of head. There's even blood on the left pectoral muscle of Cobbs.
At this rate, there might be some blood on Beto Duran's fine sports jacket, the way this one's going. Big reach there from Cobbs. Whether it was a clash of head, just viscerally, Cobbs has to be lifted by seeing the damage, or however it happened, on the face, etched on the face of Kerobyan.
Yeah, and he's been scoring well. He just landed a nice straight left, and a moment before that, he landed a big right hook on the fly.
It was loud in here. Big home standing crowd for Kerobyan. They were on their feet, but it's gotten nervous energy in here as they see blood, as does Cobbs.
Now, Cobbs is all about nervous energy, but he's utilizing it right now. And I like that he's not overcommitting to his offense. He's taking his time now. He's settled down a little bit, looking to place his punches.
We're being confirmed it was a clash of heads that drew the blood. However it happened, it has certainly changed the tenor of this fight here.
Max, there's no doubt about that, because Kerobyan normally sets a very fast pace. He's somebody who likes to stalk forward and work the body, and he's usually a very busy fighter. He hasn't been letting his hands go.
And the heads almost meeting again. Kerobyan last time, first round, KO.
Stop with the bell!
10 seconds to go in a somewhat unforgettable first round. in a scrap for the strap. This should be interesting in between rounds. Wow, that is deep.
Давай, бананы, баран, теннис бацфела бацфела. Манчка, я. Вардо, ինչես քնի արա։ Ինչ եղավ։ Հա? Ինչ եղավ։ Հայվա, տես տացե։ Բա ինչես քնի։ Давай սխմեցի, համե։ Նա հավատված է։ Արա սխմեք։
Certainly with Kerobyan, it's changed as we'll take a look at how the damage was done. You can see that is a juicy gash, and now Kerobyan's corner doing their best to stop the bleeding. Here's where it happened.
Yes, let's see how their heads came together, and yeah. And that was basically the forehead of Cobbs colliding with the right eye socket of Kerobyan. And Kerobyan reacted immediately, backed off, and Cobbs reacted immediately too, right? Even before he was feeling the pain of the headbutt, he was like, ooh, this guy's reacting to something, and he tried to jump on him.
No way that the impact, and it was ferocious, had to affect both as we get started with round number 2, the southpaw stance. And we'll watch the heads, all right? So they did have the clash of heads, and Ray Corona warned them about the heads getting too close later on in round 1.
What happens when you have an orthodox stance and it's a southpaw stance, especially when the southpaw is an athletic boxer the way Cobbs is.
Cobbs catching him with that left, and that put Kerobyan back a few feet.
Cobbs is all about speed and explosiveness. That was a nice right hook from Cobbs, and it looked like Cobbs was going to just put the jab out there, and he turned it into a hook at the last minute. That was a nice left from Cobbs.
Cobbs with some really active feet. Changing angles as let's find out what was going on in Kerobyan's corner. Let's go to Beto Duran.
Yeah, they told him it was an accidental headbutt. The thing is, they told him, Kerobyan, keep the hand super high. You see him right now, he keeps the hand. It's the first time he's ever been cut in his life. So they said that he's leaning in, which is Cobbs. Keep your hands up high to cover that eye and also protect yourself from another headbutt. They expect Cobbs to continue to lean. They said that's what they've seen.
Here comes Kerobyan.
Yeah, Kerobyan, he landed a nice left hook, earning himself some respect from Cobbs, at least momentarily.
Both fighters' faces marked up, and here it says they asked Ferdinand Kerobyan about if he's ever being cut. This was before tonight, and the quote from him, "I've never been cut." Well, now he has, and this is uncharted waters, although he is looking much more active in round 2.
Yeah, this is the style I'm used to seeing from Kerobyan. Stalk forward, throw lots of punches. I'm not saying the body work that Kerobyan normally throws. There was a nice right hand to the body from Kerobyan.
Different fighters now that we saw in round 1, and Kerobyan with the foot on the pedal.
Kerobyan is answering some questions in there. You never know how a young fighter, even an experienced fighter, is going to react to certain forms of adversity.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some guys who are on their way to the Hall of Fame just completely unravel at the sight of their own blood. I mean, it happens in boxing.
And it's part of the sweet science as the blood starts to flow after the attempts to seal it, although that, again, is a big gash. Cobbs now backtracking, looking for his spot. Kerobyan lurking.
Cobbs started the round really well, but it looks like Kerobyan has taken over. If Kerobyan can keep this momentum up throughout the last 30 seconds, I think he can win this round.
In those 30 seconds, Cobbs a little weary there after an active second round from the guy from North Hollywood via Armenia. Here's Cobbs' corner, and he got caught. Kerobyan coming in with that straight right. Ray Corona asks Cobbs to keep those punches above the waist. Oh, now we're having fun.
They got the attention of the judges.
All right, round 3, seesaw battle, starting with a big headbutt in first round that changed the approach from Ferdinand Kerobyan. He's back on his comfort level after round 2. Cobbs coming with that left, setting it up with that jab.
And you hear Cobbs' corner?
Doesn't want him backing up.
Yeah, well, he's saying that Kerobyan can't fight backing up. He's saying Kerobyan's one of these guys, he has to be coming forward to be effective. So if Cobbs backs him up, Cobbs is going to have success.
Cobbs is backing up, and he's backing up into every corner of the ring.
Cobbs is one of those guys who's dangerous, even when he's backing up.
Cobbs working that jab. All right, let's take a look at what we've seen via the punches. Cobbs, about 50 extra punches. Kerobyan, a little bit more efficient with those.
Yeah, and I expected Cobbs to have thrown more punches through 2 rounds because basically the opening round was all Cobbs. Kerobyan stopped throwing punches. Cobbs is going to have to really watch those low blows.
Yeah,
he's received some warnings.
That one was really low.
Yeah, and referee Ray Corona is watching closely. But Kerobyan stopped punching in the first round once he got cut, and he showed a lot of resolve and character by getting back to his usual game plan in the second stanza.
Kerobyan with the footwork, beautiful fighter as he cuts off the ring for Cobbs. Big, wild right hand for Cobbs, misses the target, and that right jab finds its target for Kerobyan. And now, a multitude of punches from different angles.
And Kerobyan is throwing the punches with the straighter, better technique.
Again, this for the vacant junior NABF welterweight title, and to remain unbeaten here in the Golden Boy stable of fighters.
I think a right hook landed by Cobbs has earned some respect from Kerobyan. He's dancing away from Kerobyan. Cobbs' corner believes that Kerobyan is hurt, and they might be right.
Good rush of blood here by Cobbs. To your point, Dougie, that saw Kerobyan backpedal. Good sharp left hand there by Cobbs.
And Cobbs' corner believes that if Cobbs comes forward and takes the initiative away from Kerobyan, Kerobyan will not be effective. And in these final seconds of this third round, they're being proved correct.
Kerobyan in his unbeaten record, very active with knockouts in his career. Certainly something to keep tabs of as we go on through this fight. All right, the end of this one. A lot to digest. Let's help get that information. Beto Duran.
Oh, and you see some nervous fans inside the building because Ferdinand Kerobyan is used to cruising and controlling it. That fan right there is blessing himself between rounds. Okay, now you see
the big time in this 8-round fight. To get your thoughts on what Beto said, he is the Lakers, and we're playing at Staples Center, and he probably got inundated with requests. There were people waiting outside in this theater. And Doug, as we look at your scorecard, get your thoughts on all those distractions that comes with fighting so close to your hometown.
That's what happens when you fight at home and you're an undefeated prospect, and your buzz begins to build, and you begin to build your fan base.
Yeah. And he's done that.
There's more pressure on the fight. And some young guys can't handle it. Kerobyan, it seems like he's mature beyond his years, and he can handle it.
Kerobyan, the Armenian community, and it is a large contingent in Los Angeles. Very quick to say he is American, represents the United States in the amateur ranks. And that way he can certainly get the best of 2 fan bases as Cobbs peppers Kerobyan with that right jab. Short jabs, but effective.
And Cobbs is doing well here. Kerobyan is backing up, he's covering up, and I think the vision of Kerobyan is impaired. No longer from the blood, but now it's from swelling. He's got the cut above the eye, there's a mouse underneath the right eye, and it's beginning to swell shut.
Kerobyan looks a different person. Lots of swelling all over the face. Cobbs, by and large, looks the same. He comes in with the right, and that left hook finds pay dirt.
This is Cobbs at his best when he's sticking and moving, but when he sticks, he really commits to his punches.
And now, punches and bunches from Cobbs. Kerobyan on his back pedal again.
Cobbs getting a little bit wild now, and also getting a little bit greedy. Looks like he's trying to force a knockout now, and I don't think it's time.
Yeah,
Kerobyan is still dangerous. He's not worn down.
That right hand very low for Cobbs. There is a sweet spot for Kerobyan if he could get through there.
But Cobbs feels like Kerobyan is wilting. He feels like Kerobyan is wearing down as he really made an effort to overwhelm Kerobyan.
As he sees the wilting, he grows in confidence. Kerobyan's white gloves caked in his own blood.
That was a good lead straight left from Cobbs that landed right on that damaged eye.
Sticks and moves. Going to the body with the right, pardon me, the left. The lead left now coming into play. End of this fourth round.
Kerobyan's face is a bloody mess. I wouldn't be surprised if his nose is made of blood. There's so much blood, I can't tell.
But I think to your point about the swelling, that is crystal clear when you look at Kerobyan's
all over our papers.
Right in our lap. It's a mess in there, and I think the cut man doing a better job to see the redness of the face. And they're going to get a look here from the doctor to see how bad that cut is.
Okay, but you're taking a little punishment on that side, so you know what I mean. I'd rather you fight another day, so I'm gonna keep an eye. All right, over here. Get over there.
There you heard from Ray Corona, and they're worried about the vision. And this big round becomes even bigger for Kerobyan. And Cobbs smells blood, literally, figuratively, and goes for it.
And the pressure is on for Kerobyan. He knows the referee is taking a close look at the damage to the eye, taking a close look at the overall punishment that he's been taking in the last 2 rounds. He knows that the fight could be in danger of being stopped, so he's got to make something happen.
I'm going to get your thoughts on that. Let's bring in Beto.
Yeah, we heard Ray Corona, the referee, tell him, I want you to fight another day. His vision in the right eye is really bothering Kerobyan. This is also the first time he's been swelling like this, so this is uncharted water for him. And Doug, you made a great point about the cut man coming into the ring and working on Kerobyan. It's a very inexperienced corner. They've been with Kerobyan, but they haven't ever seen their fighter cut. On the flip side, Cobbs has Mike Rodriguez, one of the best cut men in the business, and you see the difference in the faces.
Wow, Beto, that's great intel, and we said it, never been cut before, and not only do you have a fighter dealing with being cut, you have an entire corner finding a way to deal with that for the first time.
Yeah, and I would say Cobbs' corner is also giving him really good advice. Kevin Henry has told him the right things. He's also got Clarence Bones Adams, a former world champion, the 122-pound division. Cobbs is well-schooled, he's got a good game plan, and, you know, Lady Luck has been on his side.
Yeah, it all started with that clash of heads in the first round, and that has changed everything we've seen tonight. How much do you think Blair Cobbs heard that message from the doctor, from Ray Corona about, as Beto pointed out, he goes, I want you to fight another day.
Yeah,
That has to put the metal there.
No doubt about it. And he's showboating, looking like the drunken master, Emmanuel Augustus in there a little bit. Nice body work from Cobbs.
Another warning to raise those punches, and enough warnings from Ray Corona would tell you that maybe a point could be deducted here if it continues from Cobbs.
Yeah, Cobbs needs to be careful about that. If things are going his way, he shouldn't do anything to jeopardize that.
Fantastic action. Two fighters who want to remain unbeaten, want to walk away with some silverware. As that right side of the face gets nasty again for Kerobyan.
It's looking really bad. Kerobyan's showing great heart, great courage, great character. But I mean, that's the kind of faith that you see in like those old-time fights with the 15-rounders, like the 13th and 14th round. I mean, it's really bad.
The great historian Dougie Fisher pointing that out, and it certainly rings true here. Final seconds of round 5.
I don't see how they can allow this fight to go more than one more round. I wouldn't be shocked if Kerobyan's corner kept him on the stool in this round.
Yeah, and he turtled up there at the very end, and it's dripping, and Kerobyan wants to keep fighting.
Okay, no.
So, being told that they ran out of towels in the Kerobyan corner.
I believe it.
Caked in blood. All right, let's take a look at the replay. At the end of round 5, the doctor in the ring again to look at Kerobyan.
Kerobyan has had his moments, even in these terrible rounds where you know he's half blind and he's taking hard shots to the face, hard shots to an already damaged right eye, borderline body shots that stray a little bit low. He's taken all this punishment and he's able to throw back, but he's not able to punish Cobbs. He's not doing damage.
I'm gonna give you one more round. If you take more punishment, I'm gonna stop the fight. It's getting in his eyes.
Yeah.
Time in!
All right. A lot to talk about and digest. Let's bring in Beto.
Yeah, the doctor just asked Kerobyan, look at me right now. The doctor was convinced by the trainer who said one more round. Ray Corona, the referee, said, I'm keeping a close eye on him. It's shutting that eye. So the doctor looks real concerned, and he's talking right now to the doctor, and I think they're going to keep a real close eye on Kerobyan's eye in this round. I wouldn't be surprised if they jumped in quick.
Yeah, and I don't want to speculate, Dougie, but I looked at the doctor's face and it was X. He wanted to stop this fight right now.
No, second down, not this.
That's a good doctor.
Yeah, doctor's going to err on the side of caution, and caution is stopping this fight. So now Kerobyan knows he's got a round to change something here.
By the way, in the state of California, it's not just the referee who has the authority to stop the fight. It's also the ringside physician. So even if Ray Corona thinks, well, maybe he can go on, if the doctor really feels that Kerobyan should not continue, he can supersede the authority of the referee and halt this bout.
All right, let's take a look at Doug's scorecard through 5 rounds. And Blair Cobbs has got it 3 or 4 rounds to 1 ahead of the bloodied Kerobyan.
Yeah, this has been Cobbs' fight. Beginning with the opening round, I thought Kerobyan took the second round. He looked pretty good in that round. But the problem is from the second round on, that right eye of Kerobyan's has gotten progressively worse. The cut is getting bigger. It's getting more swollen. It's getting more bruised. And it's affecting the overall game of Kerobyan. He's not fighting a Ferdinand Kerobyan fight.
Yep.
He's not able to apply pressure.
And the blood immediately and the swelling started right at the beginning of round 6, so he looks as bad as he's looked all night. And look, a fight like this, hard to put together, and Golden Boy has done it. 2 guys unbeaten, so much to gain, so much to lose, and one could be losing that here.
Let's give Cobbs credit. Even without the headbutt, I think Cobbs is fighting a really good fight. And I think Cobbs is fighting the best that I've ever seen him fight.
Yeah, and also a Superman punch there by Kerobyan with the left. He knows time is short, gotta push. Short left by Cobbs. Everything we've seen here, Dougie, and Cobbs knows that he's hanging over the precipice for the win, but he's got to finish the job, and he has a chance to do it in round 6.
Yeah, I think Cobbs really, with the way that eye is, and Cobbs is aware that both the referee and the ringside physician are looking very closely. He has to know they're very close to stopping this fight, so I think that behooves Cobbs to box carefully. Yeah. He doesn't have to take as many chances as he's taken in previous rounds. And I think Ferdinand Kerobyan, who just got buckled into the ropes, I think it was from a right from Cobbs, Kerobyan needs to be going for broke.
Kerobyan, a hot mess visually, looking to fight another round, and you better bet that there will have another reunion in his corner to see if he can continue. Final seconds of round 6.
You're gonna stop at the bell.
And now the mental part where Kerobyan sits down and wonders if he'll get another round.
I can admit that. Kerobyan had his moments. He's trying to claw his way back into this fight.
He's got time. He's got 2 rounds, and he's got the knockout power. There it is, Blair Cobbs in the dark trunks. Kerobyan in the blue, although it's more blue-red at this point than blue-white. Intense atmosphere. And here comes Kerobyan to the delight of the Hollywood crowd. Quickly quelled by Cobbs. All right, it's a Donnybrook in there. What do you got, Beto?
That's exactly what Cobbs' corner said watch out for. They know that Kerobyan is getting desperate because the doctors were checking the eye out. They said finish the fight strong. I was like, you should go for the knockout. He said no, because we know Kerobyan has a puncher's chance, and that's exactly what they're warning him about. So Kerobyan, desperate, Cobbs are telling him to be careful.
The corners have their hands full here, Dougie, with how they manage, at least certainly Cobbs here, and for a different reason, Kerobyan. All right, punches. Look at the volume from Cobbs, 429.
That's why he's leading this fight. It's the busier of the two. Usually it's Kerobyan who's the busier of the two fighters. He's usually a pressure fighting volume puncher. Or if not hard pressure, he's always stalking forward. He's been doing that intermittently because of the damage done to his eye. And it hasn't all been from the headbutt too. It's Cobbs has followed up. Cobbs saw the opportunity that headbutt gave him in the opening round. He's worked on it. He's worked on that eye. He's targeted it.
You gotta salute him for that game plan. Sharp left jab catching Cobbs. Cobbs certainly has to, you would imagine, feel he's winning this fight, but he continues to be aggressive, looking to win rounds. Moving to the body. Now he's on the front foot. Sharp left hand there by Cobbs.
Yeah, and that left landed right on the nose of Kerobyan, and I saw blood trickling out of those nostrils.
Kerobyan comes back with his own left. Left from Cobbs. 30 seconds to go, round 7. Co-main event.
You know, win, lose, or draw, Kerobyan is giving his fans something to cheer for. He's literally showing them blood and guts.
This is the appeal of boxing, to see someone leave it all out there, see the fight slipping away and call off a doctor and say, I can keep going. And the crowd, look, everyone's on their feet. It is intense in here. End of round 7. All right, final round, 8 out of 8 in our co-main event, fighting for the vacant junior NABF welterweight title, also fighting to remain unbeaten in their young pro career. All right, Dougie, let's take a look at your scorecard through 7. Cobbs with the decisive edge.
Yeah, I haven't scored a round for Kerobyan since the 2nd round, but I must note that Kerobyan has had his moments in all of these rounds. Round 3 was close, and I even believe round 6 was close. So the official judges could have a closer fight on their scorecards, but I believe Cobbs should be rightfully ahead.
And, you know, a lot goes into judging these fights, but every time they see Kerobyan, they see a bloody mess. And just for optics purposes, can't help the local fighter. Cobbs on the move. Good right. Followed up with the left, and those did not connect, and it goes right into the lion's den of Kerobyan. Eye to eye here with 1:30 to go in the final round. Good engagement there for Cobbs to stem the initiative of Kerobyan.
Kerobyan's putting some hard pressure on Cobbs.
And the knockout power is still there, and those punches are sharp.
Kerobyan landed a nice left hook off the ropes, but he's missing with a lot of his shots as well.
Kerobyan taking that center of the ring, see if he can do some work in the corner here.
For a half-blind fighter, Kerobyan's
still
dangerous. Yeah, he still gives his opponent something to think about.
Everybody on their feet again. Layers of fans getting closer to the ring to see every drop of this fight.
Cobbs visibly coasting right now, looking to pot shot here and there.
Changing levels. Oh, a barrage of punches for Kerobyan. Not done yet.
Yeah, I would say that Kerobyan is outworking Cobbs in this round.
Tight quarters. Not getting the clinch whatsoever. Not slowing down the punches.
Yeah, lead right hand landed for Kerobyan.
Oh, look out! Kerobyan, one last thrust. Cobbs getting caught in his own corner. Kerobyan feeling blood well over Cobbs. The fans love it. What a fight.
Both of these men, they delivered. They really did. I can't believe that Kerobyan lasted the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecard, tonight was definitely a fight for courage, heart, and grit. At this time, let's give both fighters a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen. And now we go to the scorecard. Judge Fernando Villarreal scoring this one 73-79. Carla Caiz and Edward Hernandez Sr. both have the score the same, 75-77. For your winner by unanimous decision. And ladies and gentlemen, new Junior NABF Welterweight Champion, Blair Cobbs.
He came with a boatload of confidence, and he delivered, improving to 11-0-1, and he leaves with a new belt around his waist to boot, and he did it in enemy territory.
There's that emotion.